Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. My returning subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate all of the likes and the comments. It really does mean a lot to me. And to new viewers, thank you for clicking, and I'm glad that you found me here on YouTube. I do hope that you enjoy the reading today and that the messages will resonate with you. Just keep in mind that these are general readings, so messages may or may not resonate with you. Be sure to check out, in addition to your sun sign, whatever your sun sign might be, also listen to the readings for your moon sign and your rising sign, because sometimes, if one doesn't really resonate, if you listen to all three of them, you will probably get a very good, or a more balanced sort of overview of what is going on or the energy surrounding you during that period. So today's reading, it is a mid-monthly reading for the last 2 weeks of December. So we're looking at the energy surrounding us from December 15th through the end of the month. And for the last 2 weeks, what I'm doing is I'm dividing the reading. So half of the reading is focused on career, finance, jobs, that type of message, looking at those type of messages coming through. And for that portion of the reading, I will be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and that's by Colette Baron-Reid. And I'm also using some additional Oracle cards this time because I recently acquired a few decks, and so I would like to include them, and I'll probably be using them more in upcoming readings. So I'll be using one card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle card deck, as well as from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay, and then for the love and relationship and romance portion of the reading, I'll be using the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And I will be pulling 2 additional cards, one from the Whispers of Love Oracle card deck, and one card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. So more cards this time. The reading might run a little bit longer, but it's, as it's the last mid-monthly reading for this year, I decided to sort of include a few more cards. If you would like a personal reading, focusing on you, what is going on in your life right now, and it's a good time to do that sort of at the end of the year, beginning of a new year. It's a good time to kind of take a look at what the energies are surrounding you, whether it's in the area of career and finance or love and romance. That would be with a private reading. So if you're interested in that, you can check out my site. There you will find pricing as well as information about the types of readings that I offer. And the site is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. Or you can email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. And another thing you might consider, it is the holiday season, however whatever that means to you and however you celebrate it. Some people like receiving tarot card readings, right, as a gift. It's something that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily pay to have for them, for themselves. So getting it as a gift, it's a nice surprise. So if you're interested in that, you can also email me and and pay for a reading for somebody else and gift that to them, right, as a holiday gift. So just to keep in mind. But I won't take up any more time talking. I will go ahead and stop this introduction so I can get into the readings for all of the signs. Okay, so thanks again for joining me, and see you in 1 minute for the reading. Hi Leo, hope you're doing well. So I'm here today to do your mid-month December reading. Now this reading, like I explained in the introduction, I'm doing the career and finance portion of the reading here, you'll see with the Good Tarot deck. And then down the bottom we have the love, romance, relationships part of the reading using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Now, for 2 reasons, I've decided to go ahead and lay out all of the cards. One, because I'm not at home right now. I'm actually on the road, so I kind of brought everything with me. And can't see everything quite as well, I don't think, as usual, but I've decided to go ahead and put all the cards out, and also to try to save some time, because the first couple of mid-monthlies that I did ran way over, so I'm trying to keep within the, the 30-minute time limit here, I think, to, I know that everybody's time is precious, and I try not to run over. So, but I did include 2 additional oracle cards that I haven't included before, just because it's the last mid-monthly reading of the year, and I wanted to do something a little special for each of the signs. So, that's one of the reasons also why it's running over a little. But let's get into your reading here, Leo. So, I will begin with the career and finance part of the reading, which you'll see along the back, and I will hold the cards up so you can see them. So you have, as the overall energy for this 2-week period, the last 2 weeks of the year, you have the Ace of Fire. Okay, so this is your energy, right? Obviously, you're a fire sign, so we have the Ace of Fire as the overall energy, and I'll get into the meaning. The first card, so the energy as we enter into the last 2 weeks of the month, we have the 8 of Earth. This would be the 8 of Pentacles in the traditional Tarot deck, followed by Major Arcana number 4, the Emperor. You have the beautiful lion, right, Leo? Even though the Emperor is typically associated with Aries, but we have the Emperor. And then the last card, the outbound energy, is the 2 of Water, and this would be the 2 of Cups in the traditional deck. Okay, so beginning with the Ace of Fire as our overall energy, well, first of all, we know that the fire suit, which is your suit, is the suit that has to do with transformation and creativity. It's the suit that has to do with our passions, our ambitions, how we turn our motivations and our passions into action, right? So it's really all about intention, turning intention into action. And the aces are always yes cards, right? They're new beginnings, they're yes cards. And the Ace of Fire has to do with, it can be new creative projects. It's all about this sort of unlimited potential for transformation. Okay, so it's really a time where you're being asked to dream big, right? And it's a time when, whatever you kind of set your sights on, you can turn those dreams into reality, okay? And it also has to do with the work that we do, right? It's our day-to-day activities. So this could be, you could be seeing over the next 2 weeks, there could be a new creative venture coming in for you. There could be a new business opportunity. There could be a new job offer with the Ace of Wands. This could definitely be a new job offer coming in if that's what you've been waiting for. Maybe you have been applying for jobs, waiting to hear something, and then during the last 2 weeks you finally do hear something. But whatever it is, it seems as though this new thing, this new creative project, this new job offer, this new opportunity, it is going to bring in great emotional fulfillment and happiness for you. Okay, beginning here with this 8 of Earth card. So the Earth energy is the Pentacles in the traditional deck, but it has to do with the material things of life, right? It has to do with sort of the money that we make from the work that we do. It's the business, it's the work that we, our jobs. It also has to do with education, right? It has to do with really the tangible things, the material things that we can see here in the material realm. So it's the money that we make from the job. It's the things that we are able to purchase with that money. It's our homes, right? And the 8 of Earth has to do with, it's really a card of working very hard, right? It's sometimes known as the Apprentice card. So it's you just, being very willing to learn. Sometimes it's a card of going back to school for something. So if this is for your job, this might be on the job training. They've sent you to do some additional training courses, or this might be you going back and completing or getting a certificate in something that's going to help you at your work, or this might be you going back to or since this is in the past position or coming into the ending of the year, this could have been you've been doing this, you've been working on something, as far as education goes, or finishing up a degree or getting a degree, but something that was going to help you in your career, so on the career front. And it's really you just working very hard, paying, great attention to doing your job as well as you can, right? So it's you just trying to really master your art, whatever that might be, right? And this could be, depending on what type of work you do, this could be many different things, right? But it's a card that has to do with growth, of gaining, right? Of gaining knowledge, of learning possibly a new craft or skill. And even though, you might feel as though you've reached a point in your career that you kind of know you're doing well, there's always room to learn more. So it's about learning more. So this could have been you really focusing or working hard, just spending a lot of time at work, really fine-tuning the type of work that you do. And then in the middle, we have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor it's a very strong character. So this could be somebody that you're dealing with during this, the next 2 weeks. But I really feel it's more you. It's your energy here, especially with this Ace of Fire. I just feel that this is, you really taking control, and whatever this is that you've been working on, and whatever this new opportunity is, it's you really sort of feeling very passionate about it, you really moving on it, acting on it, feeling very motivated, and really putting into practice everything that you have been learning or you have been working on with the Eight of Earth card. So this is a major arcana card, the Emperor, and the Emperor is somebody who is very structured, somebody who kind of follows the rules, does what he or she needs to do. This could be you dealing with somebody in authority, possibly, when this, or dealing with large institutions such as, governments or schools or banks, or, a university, if this was you going back to school for something, or maybe you've been dealing with, it could be with the government, or, some type of government agency that you've been dealing with, or this could be just you feeling very strong, feeling very sure of yourself. And the Emperor is also, he's kind of the archetypical male figure. So he's somebody who, he's very protective, he's very structured. He really wants to take care of and protect his domain. So this could just be you really trying to protect, what's yours and what you've been working very hard on here, right? And protecting whatever this new opportunity is. It's you trying to sort of safeguard all of that. But with the Two of Waters, the outbound energy, and this would be Cups energy. And Cups, it's water energy, which has to do with our feelings, emotions, love, relationships, happiness. And the Two of Cups, sometimes it's referred to as the soulmates card, right? It's sort of it's the minor arcana of the Lovers card. So sometimes it does have to do with, in a relationship reading, it would have to do with, a joining of two like-minded individuals, a marriage, that type of energy. But, in a career and finance reading, this could have to do with just a very good friendship. It could have to do with some type of partnership, right, in the business arena. This could be you coming together with somebody else, right, two like-minded individuals coming together to work on whatever this new project or new endeavor is. But whatever it is, it's going to bring in great happiness, right? Great emotional happiness, and you're going to feel, very in tune. I keep getting we have the violin here, and this with being in tune with the person and being in tune. There's something to do with being in tune with the person, or this, this opportunity, being very in tune or very in line with kind of what you were looking for. So there's definite, I was just getting something off of this violin here. But I think it's a very positive, this whatever this new endeavor, new project, new job, seems as if it's very positive, and it's going to bring great happiness to you. It's going to bring about this feeling of harmony, right? As if there's this you could feel that you're sort of at one, or feel very very in tune with this new opportunity. That's all I keep getting, in tune with the opportunity. And that's funny because when we have down here the unfinished symphony, continuing here the theme of music, I guess. But let me go ahead and show you the two these two oracle cards. And for these, I would just read from the guidebook. I usually do that just for the oracle cards because they're a little different. So the first one, is unknown territory, and it says you're exactly where you need to be. And the other one is trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path, which is interesting. So let me go ahead and read first from, let me find it, sorry. So many little books here. Here we go. So first from the Sacred Traveler deck, this unknown territory card. So it says you're exactly where you need to be, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Even if you don't have all the answers, keep going forward with your heart open. If you can't see clearly ahead and don't know where you're headed, keep moving forward. Do what feels right. Even if your brain doesn't agree, your heart always knows. Instead of dismay because you're in unknown territory, celebrate that you're expanding and growing by leaps and bounds. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know that sometimes the traveler feels lost, a lack of confidence or sense of being in unknown territory. It can seem that others know more or are more qualified. However, it can be this very feeling of not knowing that allows one to step outside the bounds of convention and reach beyond the parameters of self that have been imposed by family, friends, society, and religion. It can be a very good thing. It can help you find yourself. Cherish those moments of not knowing. It is often during those times that the greatest revelations occur. Trust that all is well. You are where you should be. And that's interesting because it's kind of like with this Ace of Fire, right? It is an unknown. It's a new thing. It's a new opportunity. And I do feel that it has something to do with what you've been working on. And this could very well be, that you have been working on yourself and gaining this knowledge. But just trust that, whatever this new thing is exactly what you need, right? And you are exactly where you need to be. So I feel as though it's going to be a very good opportunity for you, which kind of ties into this next card, the Trust card. Let me read you that one. It says, the angels sent you this card as validation that your feelings are trustworthy guides as you aspire to make healthy life changes. Your dreams and desires are clues to your life purpose, as your soul calls out to you through the language of feelings. If you're discontent in any situation, trust these feelings. If you're excited about the prospect of, for example, returning to school, that's what I was just saying there, or opening your own business, trust these feelings. If your gut is warning you about a certain person in your life, trust these feelings. The first step is to notice your feelings. You do so by creating some quiet time alone where you can talk with yourself. Ask yourself questions like, what do I really want? And what is best for my life purpose? And then notice the physical and emotional feelings that come in response. Your feelings are the physical embodiment of heaven's guidance for you. Trust in their validity even if you don't understand them or feel certain about what they mean. So I do think that it kind of goes back here, but it's just asking you that even though it might seem a little scary to embark on whatever this new thing is, this new partnership, new opportunity, trust, right? Trust in the messages, trust in those feelings. Listen to that inner voice, right? And trust in them to guide you on whatever this new career path is, because it does seem like there's something new about it. So this might be just it's a new opportunity, or it might be something totally new to you. So I'm not exactly sure what that is. And, obviously reading for so many people, it's hard to say. But it looks like it's going to be a good next 2 weeks for you as far as career and finance go. So let's move on to the romance and relationships part of the reading. And we have as the overall energy for the 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of December, truth be told. Okay. Now this card, the truth be told card, as you can imagine, it has to do with truth, but it's not just the truth. It's about being honest, and honest about yourself. It's being honest about, as you accept things for what they are. It's being willing to come out of denial, right? It's being very clear in how you communicate. And so it's asking you, in all areas of your life, be that authentic version of yourself. You see that the owl here is standing on top of this mask. And so, it's all about, removing that mask, moving beyond that, getting above this, needing to keep this mask on and really hide who you are or what you think. It's all about being you here, okay? And to proclaim your truth, whatever your truth may be, and to be honest and transparent and open with other people as well as with yourself, okay? And in a relationship, if we try, link this into our relationship reading, it has to do with seeing others for who they really are. And sometimes people do wear masks, right? When we enter them, especially when we first start dating somebody or we first meet a person, if it's not a romantic relationship, even in a friendship or that type of situation, sometimes we all put on that little mask, right? It's not that you're lying. It's just you might try to put on that best version of yourself, or, come across as that sort of best version of yourself. But it's like you're trying too hard, and sometimes you go on a first date and it's the laughing a little too much, or exaggerating a little too much, to try to make yourself seem more interesting or more this or more that. But this card just says, be yourself, right? Engage in really open conversation, heartfelt conversation, tell the truth, see others for who they really are, right? Sometimes people's words can be deceiving. There's that as well, right? Sometimes they have this mask on, and sometimes it's not easy to get down to the core of who that person is. Pay attention to actions, right? Like that saying goes, actions speak louder than words. Somebody might have a mask on and might, talk the talk, but it has to do with how they act, right? So pay attention to how the person acts. And also just, kind of ask yourself, what is truth for you as you're dealing with other people, dealing with this, whatever this relationship might be. Your truth is always based on who you are, your personality, and your life experiences up until now. So each person has their own truth. Obviously, there is, the truth as in telling the truth or lying, but then each person has his or her own personal truth. So this is all about you being authentic, speaking your truth, and also, expecting the same of others, right? Expecting others and listening to others to asking for the truth. And sometimes it's not easy to hear the truth, right? Sometimes it's easier to hear these beautiful words that are coming from this person with the mask on. But demand the truth. Be honest and demand the truth, because when there's truth in the relationship, that's when, relationships really blossom and they deepen. It's through this truth. Truth is without truth, without honesty, it's next to impossible to have any type of meaningful relationship with another person, right? So looking at the cards for the love and relationship portion of the reading, we have Unfinished Symphony. So this is, the energies we move into the last 2 weeks of the month, Leo. So we have card number 10, followed by card number 45, Time to Go. And the last card is card number 39, New Life. And the two oracle cards that we have, I pulled one from the Whispers of Love deck, and this is called Ask for Help. And I'll get into these in a minute and go over how, sort of tie them in with the rest of our reading. And soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. That's from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so beginning with, we've already talked about the overall energy, beginning with this Unfinished Symphony card. This card, it has to do with kind of incomplete lessons or unfinished business. So this might be you needing to tie up loose ends, right, before you can move on to something else. And it does seem like there is there's definitely movement here. With this card number 45, Time to Go, followed by the New Life card, it tells me that you're, as you come into the last 2 weeks, you might be going through this period of, tying up loose ends, kind of taking inventory, sort of emotionally, and really reflecting on what has happened in whatever this, situation, this relationship is. And, moving on is always difficult when there is, when there are things that have been left unsaid, when you haven't really closed out that relationship, when you haven't been totally honest with yourself, with another person. Maybe you really wanted to, write that last letter to the person, or make that last call, or sit down and have that last cup of coffee, really just for your own peace of mind. This card is telling you to do that, really be clear about what was left unresolved, in order to kind of close the door on the past, right? In order for you to be able to sort of leave this unfinished, whatever this, unfinished business was, to finish that so you can move on to this next phase in the relationship. Or, and we can see this both ways, right? If this is you in a relationship right now, there might be some unfinished business. This could be from a past relationship. This could be from your partner's past relationship. There could be unfinished business between the two of you that, in order for you to take the relationship to the next level, you might need to get over this in order to do that, right? Or this could just be you tying up loose ends with somebody before leaving that relationship and moving on to a new one. So it kind of, however this relates to your particular life, but it's all about really, finishing this up, tying up loose ends to get you to this point. This Time to Go card kind of makes me think of the Eight of Cups in the regular tarot, or the Death card even, or the Six of Swords. Kind of, it's definitely a card of transition, right? Of endings and new beginnings, which is echoed here by the New Life card. But it's a card that's, this could be you. It's time to go what? It's time for one, to get rid of or move out of this and move your relationship out of one phase into another and begin this beautiful new life, this beautiful new phase of the relationship. Or, it's time to tie up loose ends and move on. Move on to something that is going to serve you, the authentic you, who you are today, that is going to serve you better. So, hard to say which it is, but this is a card of endings, right? It's a card of completing something, a card of walking away, because there's really nothing else for you to learn from that person. And when we think about soulmates, and that's interesting because you did get the soulmate card. I was going to say, when we think about soulmates, usually, I can't remember if I said this when I was looking at the Two of Water card. A soulmate isn't always an easy relationship, right? Sometimes, the person usually comes into our life because of some type of soul contract, right, from our previous life. And so when we reincarnate, we are asked to, or we need to teach that person a lesson, or they come into our life to teach us a lesson. And sometimes the lessons are not always the easiest, right? But they're there for a reason. So, when this card, with this card, the Time to Go card, it could just be, you realizing that there is this ending, and you're trying to kind of figure out, okay, is this relationship over? Is it no longer serving me? Or, do we just need to kind of tie tie up these loose ends, and in order to improve the relationship and move on, time to go out of what it was and move into what it could be, these new things. And endings, and they're not final, right? They're signs of new beginnings. So it's not like it ends and that's it, it's over. No, they're always sign of a new beginning. And if you want something deeper, then walk away from what you had in order to give way to this new thing, this new life. Or if this isn't serving you anymore, then, you need to find or go after something that is going to be more fitting with who you are now, right? Who your authentic self is. Be honest with yourself and embark on this new life. And the new life card, what this card says is that, it's time. It's time for a birth of new ideas, for growth, for new life, new opportunities. When we think about springtime, and you see that she is breaking out of the egg. Look at her. That makes me think of the spring when everything is just bursting into life, and we have all of the beautiful flowers coming to life, the blossoms bursting out overnight, all the birds and all the animals. It's all about, new things, new energy. So this could be new energy coming into an old relationship, right? After going through this is new energy coming in. Or this could be an entirely new relationship, so something totally new. Connecting with other people, new love, new partnerships, right? But whatever it is, it's very optimistic. There's a lot of excitement around the card. And there's a definite newness, there's new life. This could be sort of infusing your relationship, or just, you as you sort of, as you look at, or as you're, as you, what am I trying to say? Not as you look at your relationship, or how you feel, right? How you feel about your old relationship. So it could go either way. And the two cards that we have here for the, that I showed you for the oracle cards, the first one, ask for help. So that one from the Whispers of Love deck says, what is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. There is a multitude of support for you. You only need to be willing to ask for the support and you will receive it. Let go of fear and pride, as they are not benefiting you and giving you what you desire. And then the other card, with the soulmate card, says, yes, this is your soulmate. You chose this card because you wonder if a certain person is your soulmate, and the answer is yes. As we all do, you have many soulmates, beings with whom you share a mystical soul connection and life path. Soulmates incarnate with the plan of coming together for mutual spiritual and personal growth. As you suspected, the person you're inquiring about is one of yours. That sense of familiarity and comfort you felt when you first met also indicates your soulmate bond. This card sometimes comes to those who ask, when will I meet my soulmate? Or will I ever meet my soulmate? As validation that, yes, this will occur. Many times this is a person whom you already know. Although romantic sparks didn't fly at first, you'll have another opportunity to explore passion together. So this could have to do with, this new thing coming in and this new life. This could be with this new person. This could actually be the person that you're with, right? And working on the relationship and trusting, knowing that this person is your soulmate, right? Or this could be a brand new person coming in, right? And we can have many different soulmates throughout our lives. It's not just, some people meet a soulmate and, meet a person and it's their soulmate for the rest of their life. Some people have soulmates that come in, teach them a lesson and leave again. You can have many different soulmates. Some soulmates appear as friends to teach you a lesson. Others are a romantic partner. So I would say just be with this card, the being true to yourself. It's really all about what you're looking for, right? What is it that you're looking for in the relationship? What is really going to bring you that happiness, right? And if it's with the person that you're with, if you can work on it, then, there's definite new beginnings with this person. And, it seems as though there's a, sort of fated karmic relationship here. But if you look at things truthfully and see that, no, I'm not happy, and I don't think that, this person, I think we've learned all that we can from each other, then, release that person, release it. The karmic lesson has been learned, and new things are on the way, and a new soulmate, a new possible soulmate is coming in. So endings and beginnings, but with a, a spiritual sort of karmic tie to them. Very interesting, Leo. I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I look forward to reading for you again. I wish you a wonderful rest of the month of December. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light. Bye.